Friends, and welcome to my channel. See, what I've noticed through many of my inventor calls is that inventors are always confused that under which type of intellectual property rights can their invention be protected. Is it patents? Is it industrial designs or copyrights? They always want to know this, have a question always. And that's why I have created this video so that I just want to make sure that after watching this video, if you are an inventor, you are much more informed than before that these are the different types of intellectual property rights. And this is my invention, and these are the features that different types of intellectual property rights provide. So, how can I protect my invention in such a way that it gets the best protection? And then, with confidence, you can go in front of an attorney wanting to get registration over it. So, see, there are many different types of intellectual property rights like trademarks, copyrights, patents, designs, geographical indications, but just narrowing down to the ones which relate to inventions and majorly used in the IP industry, I want to tell three major types of intellectual property rights. See, patents, copyrights, and industrial designs or design patents. Two words I'm giving you the one type of intellectual property right. Why so? Because depending on the jurisdiction, depending on the country in which you reside, the name may differ, but the scope, process, and the features it protects always remain the same. So there are three major types of intellectual property rights which protect an invention, which may protect an invention are patents, industrial designs or design patents. I'll just keep this word as industrial design being in India. So, and then copyrights. The different scope, the different process, and the types of creations they cover, and accordingly protect different features of an invention. So, coming to patents first. Patents usually protect new inventions that provide technical solution to a problem. If there is a problem which is well there in the country or the area in which you reside and provide a technical solution which involves some technology, which involves something technical in nature, then that type of a solution is always protected by patents. So any technical solution to a problem is maybe in the form of a product or in the form of a process or a system or a method, or talking about the pharma side, maybe a composition, chemical side, composition, a formulation. So these types of technical advancements are always protected by patents. There are a few key characteristics like functional elements and processes are best to be suited to be protected as patents. And there are a few eligibility criterias like your work you have done should be novel. It should have some inventive step, as in there should be some advancement over the previous versions, which are always already there in the market. Plus, it should have some usefulness. It should have some industrial applicability. It should be of use to the industry. Okay, so what rights you get in return when you get it registered as a patent is you get an exclusive right to make, use, or even sell, or offer for sale, or import it for a span of 20 years. 20 years is big enough. Any technology, as far as I understand, it becomes obsolete, old fashioned in this much span of time. So good enough time in which within which you can work your invention, then. So just to give you an example, suppose talking about electrical vehicles, if you have invented some battery for electrical vehicles, then the technology with which that battery works, the process with which that battery works, all that relates to a single inventive concept, the product as a whole, and the process by which it works. So, all these technical solutions in the form of a electric battery can be predicted as a patent. Next is industrial designs. Industrial designs, what they predict is visual appearance, how it looks like, what's the appearance, what are the ornamental and aesthetic aspects of that product. What is the shape? What is the configuration? What is the pattern and ornamentation? If I talk about this chair in front of you in this presentation, see, what's the configuration of the legs of this chair? And what's the shape or pattern of the seat? And then what's the shape of the whole chair? Different characteristics, how it looks like, what are the aesthetic aspects. If I talk about the leg or the position where one person sits or the shape of the chair, it may differ. Different seats have different shape, different configuration, different pattern, different looks. So all these things may be protected as industrial designs in US and other countries. Maybe it is called as design patents. It is named as it comes under the category of patents only, as utility patents are patents, just patents, and then design patents. But in India we call it as industrial designs, which is different from patents. Then the key characteristics is it focuses on only visual appearances and non-functional elements, not the functional elements, not the technology, not nothing technical in nature, just the appearance, how it looks like. Various non-functional elements, and it gives you, again, just like patents, exclusive right to use, license, or sell your design for a span of, if I talk about India, it's 10 plus 5 years, extendable up to 5 years. Next is copyrights. See, if you have done some work which is original creative work of authorship, like you have written a book, maybe you have sung, you have written some song, so any literary work, any painting which is artistic in nature. So if you have done some literary, artistic, musical, dramatic, or cinematographic work, any movie, any song, something like this. So these are the 5 types: literary, artistic, musical, dramatic, and cinematographic. It protects actually your expression of ideas and not the ideas. Ideas in the form of an invention can be protected as parents. But if there is some idea, just talking about a software code, it can be written in different languages. There are so many different algorithm software languages, coding languages. So one person writes in C++, C language, and some other person writes in another different language. So how you express that idea, how are you expressing that idea, is the thing which is protected, and not the idea. Same type of coding can be protected by different people in different coding languages. This is how they express. So same type of work, maybe just tweaked around, and you can just write it in different language, and you can say we are expressing it in a different way. So that's why it provides a little lesser protection, but yes, it safeguards the expression of ideas and not the ideas. So creative works of authorship can be protected by copyrights, and it arises automatically upon creation. Once you create, once you upload, it's already a copyright, at the rate copyright. You must have seen in many of the works which are uploaded on YouTube or somewhere else, anywhere on internet. And it provides you an exclusive right to reproduce, distribute, perform, display, or modify the work. Okay. So exclusive rights are usually for the author's life plus 60 to 70 years. So, in case of literary artistic works, I'm talking about India right now. We through in the form of copyrights, you get a protection for author's life plus 60 years, and in case of musical, dramatic, cinematographic works, it's usually 60 to 60 years from the day on which it is a copyright. It's a copyright. Okay, it's not from the end of the person's life. So there is a difference, a little difference in this. So these are the 3 different types of intellectual property rights. And I just hope that after watching this video now, as an inventor, if you are an inventor, you're more informed, and you can understand, you can make a decision that this is my invention. I think this is the best type of intellectual property rights that can protect the features which I want to be protected, which I want to commercialize, and then you can go to an attorney to get it registered. Thank you for watching my video. Thank you for coming onto my channel, and thank you for believing in me to get this information. Thank you so much.